Okay, says I'm live. Hi, Dee Dee. You got to work early today. What the hell? Hi, Terry Brett. We'll wait for a few minutes and let people come in. I just put this here as a little teaser for you. Because I have a plan. I've always got a plan. You're going to like it, Terry. Just emailed you a thank you for the lovely print which arrived early. Oh, you must be talking to Dee Dee. Hi, Barbara. Are you guys hearing me okay? You must be. Terry said hi. Hi, Claire. I think you're new here, so welcome. Got one happy mail to show, and then get right into some DIY ephemera. Oh, you know what? Before people get in here, I'll move this stuff around because I just set it on the table. I got too much stuff out, I think. But what the heck? What the heck? I got no room is what I got. No room. Okay, well, at least now it's within grabbing distance. Oops, that was not good. Okay, now I can grab it. All right, so how is everybody? Always prepared. Hey, Monkey 911. Okay, here, thank you, Claire. Thanks. Hi, Linda. Hi, Regina. Give Tim a hug, Linda. Monkey 911. I like that. Barbara here singing. Hi, Tina. I guess I didn't go back far enough. Okay, we're good. I think I got everybody. Hi, Flo. Or Folo. All right, you guys. Well, we've got 15 here. We'll go ahead and start. I just put this here as a teaser because I had it out over the weekend. And I'll show you why in just a minute. But I got some fun, happy mail. Bossy Butt's not here yet, but I'll go ahead and show it anyway. Oh, Barbara has prompts. Okay, let me get the book out, Barbara. Oh, did I put the book? No, the book's over here. Nope, the book's not there. Oh my gosh, Barbara, I've lost the book. I cleaned this weekend. That's never a good thing. All right. Huh. I wonder where I put it. I've been trying. There it is. I've been trying to keep it really like right at my elbow, so when I think of things, I can put it down. Hi, Arlene. All right, let's see here. Oh, where's my page? Here we go. All right, Barbara, I'm ready for you. I'll say hi to everybody who's here in the meantime. Okay, when Barbara says she has prompts, that's for the scavenger hunt. All right, so she's saying 45. We've got 45 prompts already. You have to use an envelope and decorate. We don't have extra points around here, Barbara. That's cool, Arlene. Stay as long as you can or as long as you want to, and it's all good. All right, Barbara. Let me see. We don't get extra points. We're just going to make them decorate it whether they like it or not. How about that? Hi, Vale. Congratulations for your win this morning. Hi, Charmaine. Hi, Barbara Clark. Okay, got the prompt. Do you have more, Barbara? All right. Miss Bossy Butt, Devin Rex, sent me some fun happy mail. And I guess these are, oh, well, I think she did a card in here. It says, Happy Halloween. Just says, thanks for being a mod. So that's her little postcard. It's really cute. I love it very much. Hi, Joyce. All right. Okay, these are digitals by an Etsy seller. That's what I remembered. So she started out with the witch. So next Halloween I have some stuff to use. And then I was looking through stuff over the weekend, and I found a bunch of other Halloween stuff. So I need to get a folder or something. These are really cute, though. I don't know who did them. The Etsy seller is Art House Whimsy, and designs by Mandn, I guess. And Joanne Newman sent these to her, and then she shared them with me. So thanks, Joanne. What are you going to learn? I'm going to make some ephemera out of my rubber stamps, and I'll show you why here in a minute. So I like the butterflies. Hopefully I'll be able to, I'm going to put that aside because I think I'll be able to use it in my book that I'm working on. And this is just glitter paper. Cool. I need to go on Etsy and look at what people have out there for sale. I never do that. Did Devin come in? It is fun stuff. I like this one. Looks like me. And then a funny bone card. Funny bones. So thank you, Devin. That was very thoughtful. Unexpected. Just came in the mail, and I was like, huh, Bossy Butt got the mail people to work in Canada. You go, girl. Balloon animal and greeting card. Balloon animal and greeting card. Okay, we're going to write that down. Balloon animal. Balloon animal could be fun to draw. Balloon animal. I've done greeting cards in the past, and those are always usually nice. If I don't do greeting cards, I like to do fib art, because then it kind of makes you guys, hi Belinda, work together to share art and stuff like that. A lot of us already have fib art, but some of you may not. But that means you might have to ask somebody to do an exchange, which I like the idea of that. So probably fib art will be either greeting card or fib art or something like that, so that y'all have to interact with each other and share stuff, because that's part of the fun of being in the community, in my humble opinion. All right, let me check this and see. Oh, the only thing I did, I got this little Believe journal. Terry said she got one too and doesn't know what she's going to do with it. I'm going to use mine, I think, as this year's beast and see how much I like working in it. But I had some stickers and stuff off of mail that I just stuck in here. And then remember I said I wanted to draw this again. So I went ahead and put it in the front of my book. And then this is some stuff that I got out in anticipation of what we're going to work on today. So that is exactly what I've gotten done in my little Believe journal. And I'm kind of waiting until December 1st. I'm going to go ahead and start the beast December 1st, I think. Nice leaves. Where's leaves? Oh, you mean this? Yeah. So I started the book, and then last week I showed you guys some happy mail that I'd gotten from Terry Brett. And I had mentioned, because one of the things I really liked in the happy mail was the stamps, or the stickers, the passport stickers, right? I showed this. And Terry, I went ahead, I told you guys I don't like shiny stuff, right? So I went ahead and put a coat of matte medium on it so they're not so shiny now, which makes me a lot happier. And after they were done, I was just like, okay, now I love them. Hi, Ruth. So there's 50 stickers, and some of them are like not exact duplicates, but they're for the same country. So I was looking for something else in the kids' room, and I have a bunch of empty journals in there. I think I was looking for Tomoe River paper is what I was looking for. But anyway, I came across this awesomely cool blue journal that has dot grid paper in it. And then I kept digging further, and I found this little passport book that looks like it's not exactly, but it's similar to the United States passport book that you get. It's a blue cover, and I was wondering, you know, how could I do that? And then it was just like, boom, everything I found within like 5 minutes. Thanks, Terry. So I had told you guys I wanted to do like a passport journal so that I could use these cool stamped or stickers that Terry had sent. So I immediately got busy, and I am gonna, because I just glued the little passport journal on the cover of this. I am gonna outline it in gold. I've just been a little nervous about doing it because if I goof it up, I'm screwed, and I don't want to be screwed. So I'm just waiting until I'm having a real calm day, and maybe I won't screw it up. Anyway, so let me show you. I went ahead and used the guts of the little passport journal to make this page, and then I did it on the back. And the cool thing about this journal is it's got this awesome envelope back here. I don't know how long I've had this journal. It's an Exceed. I'm sure I ordered it from Amazon because I get everything from Amazon. And so I started looking through ephemera and stuff like that to find out what I could use in my book, right? So how am I going to get this home? Anyway, so I started looking through stamps and stuff, and I pulled a bunch of them, but I didn't have time over the weekend to do them. So today I'm going to make you guys watch me make ephemera for this book. And the reason I got out, where's the book now? Draw Your Day. I've shown this several times on my stream. I love this book. Hi, Ruth Sheldon. Did I say hi, Belinda? I'm going to do it in the style of Draw My Day. Okay, now in reality, I'm not going to these places, but I'm really excited about it because I don't go places anymore, but I still like the idea of adventure and stuff like that. So I just randomly picked out of the packet of stickers the first one, and the first one I got was Jamaica. So this is kind of my idea, and this is all I've done. What you've seen so far is all I've done. But I went on the computer and I got some ideas here of things that I would want to include in it. And I'd already picked Jamaica, so I looked up the Jamaican flag and stuff like that, and different layout ideas that I might use, lettering and stuff like that, you know. So this was my first page. There's this sticker from Terry from Jamaica. And then I just got on the computer and started looking up like the national bird, the flower. This is a drink. It's called Jamaica Me Crazy. And so I haven't decided yet exactly what style of lettering I'm going to use. Exactly, Terry, that everything that happens in Jamaica will be totally made up. Now, some of the areas, like Canada, I was laying in bed last night thinking about Canada because I've been from Ontario west. I've been in every province multiple times. So I do have actual memories of Canada. So I have an idea for what I want to do for Canada. But yeah, like I looked up the state flower, and I don't want it to be so elaborate that it takes a ton of time. Just that if I have a day where I can just sit in art, I can pull a country and, you know, write this stuff. Well, while I was looking for the ephemera, it was for something else entirely. But then I started coming across stuff that I have in my stash that I don't use. And actually, the first thing was I was on Amazon looking for something, and it came up that I had bought these passport stamps from Amazon in 2016. And that's what I was looking for. I was just looking and looking and looking for them. And that's how I found all this other stuff. And the only problem with these is there's probably, I don't know, 20 pages in here. They're all the same. But the cool thing is I can use them throughout the book, right? So, and then some other stuff that I found, and I haven't done any of the other ephemera yet. Check out these vintage stickers that I had that I'd forgotten about. Yeah, throw some thumbs or some fingers. Hi, Christine. Hi, Mary, too. I discovered fabulous YouTube videos about any country you want to see. Also, oh, Mary, I'm going to go out and search for that. Yeah, because like this one, because it has the date of May on here, and it's good until July 15th or August 15th. So I chose my travel date as July 2009. So I was just looking for what's the average temperature? What could you do in that temperature, you know? And then one of the tourism sites was really pushing for a wedding on the beach. So this is an actual photograph that I saw on the website. And so I'm going to actually crash a wedding on the beach for this picture here. But that is an actual place somewhere in Jamaica. And then you can have a drink called Jamaica Me Crazy. And I think the national bird, I think it's Dr. Bird. Let me see. Okay. And for each of the countries, I'm going to make out a little card like this. Like for Jamaica, the capital is Kingston. And in Kingston, there's a Bob Marley museum. I wish I could add music, but I can't add music. Hi, Colleen. It's the third largest island in the Greater Antilles and Caribbean. Montego Bay, obviously, is a great destination. They do a lot of snorkeling, reggae music. Tourism is probably their number one industry. It's very tropical there, hot and humid, obviously, from where it's located. The flower is Ligrum vitae, which I will write this all in here somewhere. And yeah, the bird is Dr. Bird, and their fruit is the ackee, Ackee. So, but I don't even know if that's in a Jamaica Me Crazy. I don't know. Anyway, so, and they speak primarily English there. So I'm going to learn a lot. And hopefully with just some basic information, I can put together a trip. Yeah. And I haven't decided yet if I'm traveling alone or if I'm going to have somebody with me. If I have somebody with me, it'll be totally made up. And chances are I won't like them half the time. But otherwise, while I was looking for my stuff, I found these cool vintage stickers. And Paris is one of the places. So they're very cool. And I don't think I've used any of them. So there's Italian. So, and Italy is one of the places I'll be going. So I'll just have to scavenge these and see, you know, what fits and whatever I'm in. But then this got me thinking, I have all those stamps of ticket stubs and postage and all kinds of things. You're going to see because I'm going to plant it here in a minute. But anyway, I thought, man, I can use some of this stuff that I've been hoarding, right? And these are cool stickers. I probably bought them for the tin. If I'm being honest, it's always the packaging. It always comes down to the packaging. That's why I own half the stuff I own, because it had great packaging. I had to, yeah, shop my own stash, exactly. Well, I didn't find near enough. I mean, but I'm going to try and make a match. But if they don't, that's fine too. If it's just kind of a design or color that I like or want. The one thing I haven't decided on, like I chose the lettering for Jamaica down here, and it was a stencil that I have. Do I want to do, I think I'm going to do different lettering for each location. I like this stencil, but I think I'm going to do each one. Like I obviously don't have different language stencils, so it'll all be in English because I'm limited that way. But yeah, these are cool stickers, which will end up somewhere probably in my book. Like these, I love these. Paris, Paris. And I have to look up some of these places because honestly, I don't know. So yeah, so I'll be able to use some of my cool stuff here. Why I put this back together like I do, I have no clue. Let's see what else I found. I know I found more. Oh, here on the computer. And this, I have no idea when I ordered this, but look at how cool it is. Now, these are all postage stamps, but I'm still going to use them. I don't care. Bolivia. Love all these. España, that's Spain. I will definitely be using that. So I don't know how many of these, you know, correspond to what Terry sent me, but yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm not sure if I'll work on a page. See, there's a lot from Spain, Bolivia. I don't think Bolivia was in there. But I don't even care if they don't necessarily match up or if they don't have something that is specific to that location, then I'll just use it. I don't care. Yep, some of these pages are upside down. Another cool thing is, like, one of the things that was really fun when we went to Australia was going around looking at the street art. And so I thought, you know, some of these places probably have famous artists or whatever. So I'll look into the art that it, you know, that region is famous for, like Bob Marley in Jamaica, whatever. So Denmark. I don't think Denmark was one of the places. Doesn't mean I couldn't make it up though, because Norway wasn't either. I know there's some Asian places, so I probably can make this work. So yeah, I'm going to be using some of my cool stuff that I've been hoarding forever. Did I say hi, Dorothy? I saw you come in. Sometimes I don't want to interrupt my bad self. Oh, and then did you guys notice that on my passport page down here, my photo? So I got out some monkeys. There'll be monkeys appearing here and there too. Here's another 7 Gypsy rub-ons that I'll probably use just because why keep them? They may not even be good anymore. These do go, they do go bad. So, and then just some different papers. I'm not sure about using these. It doesn't exactly fit in with Draw Your Day type art. So you did notice? Yeah. So my photo is a monkey, and my name is Silly Monkey. Hey, Bossy Butt, I showed your happy mail. Thank you so much. And somewhere, I'm not sure where I put it. Oh, there's a crown. Because I got the crown stamps out too that I need to put in with the monkeys. So that's kind of where we're at. And this I just will put in between pages because when you start a new journal, you never know how your products are going to work on it, right? So I did start an ink page back here, an ink test page. And when I did this, the Papermate Flare seemed to work pretty well. And it is a thinner type paper. It's probably not 20 pounds. So I knew that was going to be a problem. And you can see here where, and this is a Papermate, where it did more than just ghost. I wouldn't mind it if it ghosted, but it did more than just ghost, as did regular black pen. So I thought, well, how am I going to combat that? You know, the flag I did in colored pencil. The rest, all of this is just watercolor. I did think I did a really good job on the palm tree, you guys. And I got to use one of my very cool specialty brushes. So that was fun that I could do a palm tree and use something that I didn't use. So I'm going to try and use a bunch of stuff that I'm not really going to use. But I think because I've got 50 stickers, which means I can go 50 places, if I double up the pages, you know, like glue these two together so I don't have to worry about what's going through to the back of the page, I can fit 45 in here. So I think that's going to be my solution to that. Hi, Zenjen. Is I'm going to just work on every other page, and then I'll just stick these together, right? Because I'm not, I don't like that. I don't want to work on top of that. That will bother me. Just, would that bother anybody else? It would bother me. So that's my solution for that. It will never be this clean again. I should do a tour once a year. You cleaned your room? See, I always feel like that. I should take pictures when I have everything put away and it's all clean and everything. So, yeah. So that's the passport journal. Okay, it would bother Terry. Bleed through always bugs Jen. Okay, good. Then I'm not the only OCD freak on the planet. The rest of you are too. See, and I started writing about observing a beach on the wedding. So I have a story for this one down here. But in the blank spaces, I know it looks weird right now. Hopefully by next Monday, I'll have some of this done. But I was kind of paralyzed, not knowing what kind of lettering I want to do. And I ended up deciding I'm going to go ahead and do mostly for the stories or whatever, I'm just going to use my regular block lettering with a lettering guide. Because anything else will bother me, I'm afraid. And I don't want to do like 3 or 4 and then say, no, I don't like that. Because I'll rip the pages out. I will rip those bad boys out in a heartbeat. Devin doesn't like bleed through. Okay. Yeah, y'all are freaks too. So I decided I need a bunch of ephemera to use in my journal. So I pulled out a bunch. Like this one, I obviously used the luggage and the plane. But I have a ton of this fun ephemera, but I want it available. I don't want to have to go through my stamps every time. You love to fly your freak flag. Yep, I hear you. Did I say hi, Hermie? Hi, Hermie. So, yeah. So that one I already used. This one, and okay, and then another thing. Y'all, by now you know that I'm just a freaking oddball, and that's fine with me. I think I'm going to stamp on Tomoe River paper because it's really thin. And then I got thinking, well, it might be fun to do it on tissue paper too. So at the beginning, I'm going to do a little bit of experimenting because I got 20-pound paper. You can always just stamp on 20-pound paper. But I don't want the journal to get real fat. That's why I'm kind of weird about what I'm going to put in it, what I'm going to use in. Put all the travel stuff in a basket. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Only I thought what I would do, Colleen, is one of those. If you were at Dee Dee's this morning, she has like that envelope thing with the dividers. Dee Dee, when you were showing that, I said I would have 2 dividers. They would be called things and stuff. And then I'd be done. But yeah, I thought I'd get something, you know, where I could, when I find stuff about a particular country, that I would have already a place to put it in. So it might end up being like a box where I have envelopes with the countries in it. But when we start, I'm going to try stamping on Tomoe River paper and tissue paper because it's thin and it won't make my big fat boy journal all fat. And then Dee Dee made me buy these. She showed these. She bought these, and I thought there's got to be stuff in here, whether it's postage, cancellations, So just thought, I'll just, like this one, Arrived. That one's a good one. There's Paris. So yeah, I'm just going to, and tickets, you always need a ticket for something, you know. And I don't know if you guys do it, but when I travel, when I used to travel, I don't anymore. I used to keep ticket stubs and different things, thinking that I would someday build a journal for that particular trip or whatever I was on. I never did that. So now I'm going to do it just make believe. How about that? So let's just start. Quit talking about it and do it. Quit being such a weenie. All right, let's look at these first. Okay, and I got out some cool blocks. I think this stamp set came with these block, another one like this, longer. I think these came with this, and they are on Amazon. I don't remember what they're called. You could do postcards to send home. See, Terry, that's just it. I could do that. Thanks, Devin. I'm excited about it. I'm really excited. I'm more excited to make myself do the art in the Draw My Day kind of style, because I love that style. I'm just not consistent about doing it. So maybe this will force me. The problem with this is I've got scavenger hunt coming up. Hi, Joanne. Which takes a bunch of time. So yeah, whatever. Let me cut a piece of this off. I'm not sure how the tissue paper is going to work. I don't think I've ever stamped on tissue paper. Maybe I have and just have no memory of it. But the nice thing about doing the ephemera and then cutting it out and sticking it in is I can use my alcohol markers, because if it bleeds through to the back, ain't nobody's business but my own. So yeah, we're going to use the Tomoe River paper first. And I'm going to have to order some more. I found my package of it, and I only have like 8 sheets left. And that's getting scary low, you know. I probably should have planned this ahead and ironed this. But even if it's wrinkled and stuff, that won't even bother me. It'll just look like it's been well used, maybe shoved in a pocket or a purse or something like that, you know. And Devin, your butterflies are going to go in the journal somewhere, because I like those a lot. I liked all of them, but I thought, okay, some country has to be known for having butterflies, right? Or at least you would see a butterfly maybe if you ever left your hotel room. Let's look what's on here. All right, let's just grab this one. And I'm going to use, I might do some of it in color, but I'm going to start out with just Ranger archival ink, which I use for everything. You can color on top of it with, I think, every product. And, oh man, it went right through. Holy cow. Now my fingers are going to be dirty. Let's see what the Tomoe River does. Nice, clear images. That's good. I need something to clean my little stamp off, though, now. No ironing allowed. You know what? The only thing I've ironed in years and years, before I left Colorado, I used to iron the skis when we waxed them, and paper. That's pretty much all I've ironed in many years. And before that, if I needed ironing, it went to the dry cleaner. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right, where's the sheet that this goes on? So yeah, I'm going to get some usage out of this stuff that I spend money on. Let's go ahead and do a postage stamp, because we can. I should leave this stuff out there so you can see the cool images that are on there. And this is brand new. I haven't had this very long. Oh, that didn't make a good image. Our Dee Dee's saying, why don't you get something foamy to put it on? All right, Robert needs something. Hang on, I'm going to mute you. Okay. What is Tomoe River paper? I don't know. I found out about it when I was getting into journaling, and it's a very lightweight. It's a nice paper, but it's really lightweight. I mean, I don't even know what kind of poundage I would put on it. But it doesn't bleed through. I don't know. Hi, Marguerite. From beautiful British Columbia. That's a better image. All right, where's... but you can write on it, draw on it, ink on it. It's just the nicest paper ever. And you can now buy, when I first heard about it, I don't know if they had journals made out of it. It was out of Japan, and your Hobonichi was printed on Tomoe River paper. And I think that's kind of how it migrated here, is everybody was loving the paper in the Hobonichis. And so then I ordered some just loose sheets so I could play with it. And I made a couple journals out of it. Really liked it. We'll see how it works with stampage on it. Oh, I forgot to do the tissue paper. Yeah, see, the image is stamped so nice. If it would focus, you freak. Now I'm just going to drive you crazy. Come on, focus, would you? Being a butthole. Do I have a foam pad? I do somewhere, Devin, but I'm not going to go look for it. Okay, and now I'm going to do it on the tissue paper. I'll just do it. Because it's going to soak through the tissue paper, but now in just a minute I'm going to see about colorizing it and see how the tissue paper works. Oops. Yeah. I do have a piece of fun foam somewhere. Yep, give me the finger. Thanks, Barbara. Yeah, see, it goes right through the tissue paper, which I don't really care about that because I'm going to cut it out and stick it in, right? I used to clean my stamps a lot better than I do now, that's for sure. And it's like these stamps, I treat them like disposable, don't really care. I don't think I'm going to use any of the rest of those. It's a little plastic sheet. Because I don't really know how much postage I'm actually going to use, but we're going to try some alcohol markers on what I've done so far and see what really is going to work, or if I'm going to like it. If I'm not going to like it, then I'm not going to waste my time or your time. All right, so let's just pick out yellow. Okay, it's not smearing, which is good. And the reason I'm making the ephemera rather than just stamping directly on the page, and I may end up stamping directly on the page as well, is I don't want to have to get out my stamps continuously. This is alcohol, so if this is going to smear, this is when it's going to smear. It's moving a little bit, but not enough that it would bother me. Sweet. Okay, why do you need me to pinch? Why do you need to pinch me? Good idea. Yeah, see, I like the alcohol markers, and I can't really use them in the book. Flo, why'd you need to pinch me? Did you want my attention? Huh? I didn't think archival was alcohol resistant. I think it depends, Flo, on the substrate. You know, if it's just sitting, if I was going to be worried about anything, it would have been this Tomoe paper, because it almost just like sits on top. So, but see, it is bleeding through. So, yeah. And I think it would bleed through on the pages of the journal too, because you should have gotten out that fun foam. Yeah, well, I wasn't thinking. I had a lot of stuff to think about, you know. I don't just sit here and not think. I have tons of stuff I think about. All right, I'm liking this. Woohoo! All right, next I'm going to try some water-based markers. Let's see. I like that Arrive stamp. You guys, I have so many stamps. Another thing, I got out the mushroom stamps, because I thought, oh, I'd like to play with my mushroom stamps. And so I had to look up what countries export mushrooms. You want to know what country exports mushrooms? Canada. So I'll probably be putting the mushrooms on the Canada plate or page. All right. Was the Arrived that I liked. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to use other colors stamp pads. I kind of like the idea of black. Now this is a big black area, so well, see, Devin, I think that's partly, you know, like why you have the stays on, the archival, that, you know, there's just so many different kinds. I'm going to do everything on both of them. That one didn't stamp 100%. What'd you learn new, Colleen? And who'd you learn it from? Because I want to hang out with that person more. Like this one. And I did, when I got these, I did stamp them out and put them in where I keep all my stamp samples. Whether or not they'll ever get put back in a book, I don't know. But I did stamp them all out just to get a feel. Are you doing pages from around the world? Yes, I am, Joanne. Did you miss the beginning? I'm going to go to all the countries that are included in that sticker set that Terry Brett sent me last week. And then a couple didn't have a location, so I'm going to get to make up a couple of locations. And I already think I know which countries I'm going to make up, because there wasn't one for Norway, and if I was going to travel anywhere, and I flew for years and years and years when I worked, and now I just have no desire to mess with an airport, an airplane, nothing. Now maybe that'll change. And if I was going back to Australia to see Jen, I would get on a plane. But I just don't have the desire to travel. But if I was going to travel anywhere, I would travel to Norway, because that's where my ancestors came from. And I know exactly where they came from. And I know their names. And I know there are farms still there named after them. So I would go just because I've done my genealogy, and I'd like to go see the places that my people came from. I know that seems crazy, but that's Yeah, that's where I would choose to go. And then I would also choose to go to Denmark if I was that close so that I could go sponge off Lena. Private jet. Oh my God, I wish. Are my arms sore? No. Why? Should they be? Okay. If you missed the start, I'm making ephemera for my new passport journal, which Terry Brett Stickers kind of prompted me to do this. I'm going to do it in the style of Draw My Day, and everything about it is going to be made up. So now this stuff isn't made up. That really is a drink that you can get in Jamaica that's called Jamaica Me Crazy. And if I went to Jamaica, I would have a Jamaica Me Crazy. And I would buy a t-shirt from the bar that sold those, especially if it had a Jamaica Me Crazy on it. I am a Viking stock. Actually, I'm half Norwegian. My father was 100% Norwegian, and his parents immigrated from Norway. And then my mother was German and English. Her father was German, and he was the immigrant. And the English people immigrated long before that. They were here really early. But I've got them back to like 1500. Yeah, I flew for a year, every week for years and years and years. Absolutely have no desire to do that again. Don't like hotels. I hate staying in hotels, you know, because everything in there was used by a stranger. And you don't know how well they cleaned it. And, ugh. So, yeah. Let's see what's on here. That's New York City, New York City. And I think there was a sticker from New York. A day ticket for anything. That could go anywhere. To an amusement park, you could buy a day ticket. But the fun thing so far has been just like doing the research to find out, you know, what's the country known for. Like, I wouldn't have known that Canada exports mushrooms. Who would have known that? Yeah, see, Colleen agrees with me. You just don't know who slept in that bed and how well they cleaned it. And I've already heard, like, well, I did it for years. Immediately you walk in a hotel room, take the bedspread off the bed. You don't want to know what's on it, okay? And wash the phone. So, yeah. Been to New York. All right. I think that's all in there, unless I need something from New York. But all right, hang on just a second. All right. Now, see, these kind of background stamps, I'm not going to make them. If I feel like there's an empty place on the page, I probably will go in search of something specific to that. But I've got tons of butterflies. Yeah, those I'm not going to use. The numbers I'm not going to use. Oh, here's some tickets. Ooh, I'll do all these. Hi, Kathleen. Yeah, bring baby wipes. I don't know. And I don't know. I don't miss traveling. I have to say, I do not miss traveling. And for years and years, Robert and I had an RV, and we traveled to Texas for the winter, but everything in it was mine. It was, you know, like, so I didn't mind traveling that way. But just to fly and stay in a hotel somewhere, no, not a fan. Not a fan. I'm going to have fun ephemera, you guys. Okay, I guess before I spend any more time, I'm going to see how hard it is, because I really like the idea of using the tissue paper, because it will almost just disappear on the page. Lysol doesn't. Yeah, see, I think we're all but little freakish. That makes me happy. All right, let's, I think for the, well, let's just do it the easy way. I have a couple different things that I use for adhesive. I use either a glue stick, a permanent glue stick, or I've got, I can't think of the name of it. Let me pull it out real quick. Of course, matte medium. And then this starch glue. I can't remember. Yamamoto. And this is really nice. It dries to a matte finish. You can see I've used a lot of it. And I was thinking I probably would use something like this in the journal for adhesive. But I got to see, like, can you glue stick tissue paper? Can you even do that? You'll be traveling a bit more now. Just bought an electric wheelchair that folds and can. Oh, that's awesome, Dorothy. Okay, see this one. And the reason I'm thinking about using tissue paper is because it disappears and I don't have to be quite so meticulous about fussy cutting, because I'm not a good fussy cutter. Dee Dee is the best fussy cutter. Did you watch her this morning cutting out those animals and stuff? I was just like, oh my God, how can you do that so quick? But I don't want to have to fussy cut quite so meticulously. So let's see if I tear it apart when I try and use a glue stick on it. Oh, you know what? I'll just save that one because it's already done, and I'll use that stamp that I goofed up that didn't make a good image. And I probably could look through, I have a lot of postage, you know, those packages of postage you can buy at Hobby Lobby, and they might have countries in here as well. So let me get a little glue page. All right, this will tell me whether or not this is a good idea or not. We'll just stick it right back on the tissue. No, 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 no. Oh, I wish I had some of that paper. All right, I'm going to have to do a little experiment here in the back, maybe on the ink page. I want to see how much the white border shows. See, it almost just disappears in the background. Okay. All right, right now I'm leaning toward, I did, Kitty Jen. I said hi. You just didn't hear me. You take the cotton out of your ears, girl. Hi, Jen. Hope you're having a good day. I'm sorry. I don't want anybody to feel like they're being ignored, so I'm sorry you didn't hear me. But I did see you come in. All right, so now we know. I'm really liking the tissue paper, you guys. And the glue stick worked fine. It didn't tear it apart. I have to experiment everything before I put it in. Sorry, dudes. All right, so now we know. I won't mind the tomoe, but it's not going to disappear into the background. It's really not. So it's a good thing I have tons of white tissue paper, because now we are off to the races. I'm going to do it strictly on tissue because it disappears. Thanks, Jen. I would never have found these or bought these if it wasn't for Dee Dee. Hashtag it's all Dee Dee's fault, as is most everything in my life that takes up space, except on the back of my toilet. I don't have anything on the back of my toilet that I can blame on Dee Dee. Yep. Working just fine. Hashtag it is all Dee Dee's fault. Everything. I might want to stand up this one. Nice. Dee Dee does have an awesome laugh. Doesn't get her panties in a wad over too much, which is awesome too, because I don't get my panties in a wad either. And if she had delicate sensibilities, she definitely could not hang out with me, I promise you. And she hangs out with me just fine. And I love to send her obnoxious things to make her laugh. And if any of you that I send like little reels or memes to, if it annoys you, just say, would you quit sending this obnoxious crap? We are wadless panty wearers. Yes, we are, Dee Dee. Okay, Ruth. Ruth. We need to talk over here. Do not be putting ideas in Dee Dee's head. She doesn't need any help. All right, here's what we're going to do with this one. I think we can. No, they won't. I was going to say, if I can start stamping 2 at a time, I'm getting on it. But look at how much I'm going to have out of this. Oops. One little piece of tissue paper. That's awesome. Makes me happy. You love my frankness. Belinda, I grew up with 5 brothers. So anything I do or say, keep that in mind. I combated with boys constantly. So you can't hurt my feelings. You can't say anything that's so disgusting that I haven't already encountered firsthand, either visually or heard about it. So yeah, don't worry, be happy. 5 brothers trained you for the mean streets out there, believe me. I had some of the best brothers though. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine what life would have been without them. Like, I'm not even kidding. Okay, so that was that set that Dee Dee made me buy. I'm going to try and kind of clean up as I go, because this stuff, if it gets away from me, I'll spend the rest of my life cleaning it up. All right, let's see what else I got out. Okay, I got out this one because of the Tim Holtz tickets there. This one was just travel, so the adventure begins. You know what? We need to put that. I'll stamp it directly in the book. And why did I get, oh, I like that one because of the map. And I had to look up where that map of the world was. That's Denmark and Sweden, and Norway's up here. So I may or may not use this one. I'll put that one to the end. But this one we're going to stamp directly in the book. Explore, Dream, Discover. I got a lot of these Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous. At Tuesday Morning, they had them really, really cheap. So a lot of them I've never even used. Never used. So this, yeah, look, you can see I've never used these stamps. So this is fun that I'm getting to use the stuff that I've never used. All right, I think I'm going to have to get out the bigger stamp for this. Nope, it's going to work. Let's see if I have a good place for it in the front of the book. This one, well, I guess I could just glue that on there. Just deciding. Nah, we're going to put it on here. And I'll just cut a sheet from the back of the journal out to cover this page. I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, whether or not I can get this to see, the thing that scares me about this is if I don't get a real good image, then I've got a big blob on my sheet. But I can always glue this sheet to this sheet and hide it. So we're going to give it a go no matter what, if I can get a good image here. This one might be fun in brown too. I'm still crying over the demise of Tuesday Morning, and now Janet is rubbing too. Yeah, I know. I used to go to Tuesday Morning pretty commonly when we would go to, I need something underneath that. Do I have a journal or something? Okay. Draw Your Day. We'll go right under there and give me something solid to stamp on. All right. You guys, keep your fingers crossed that this stamp's really good. Ah, it's okay. I like it. Go cry in the corner, Flo. I'm so sorry. What'd Judy say? I have to go back and read chat now. 5 brothers as well. Ernest, Paul, Meryl, David, and William. And I have 7 sisters. Wow, Judy. You had a big family. Terry had 2 older brothers, no sisters. I only have 1 sister. You trade one of your sisters for a brother. I don't know. My sister she was meaner than any of the boys. I swear to God. And she would agree. She would say, yeah, I'm meaner than the boys. My sister's funny as hell, actually. Everybody was scared of my sister. One day, I've told this story on stream before, but it's my favorite story about my sister. My sister has been here in chat before. I looked out my bedroom window, and my sister had my next oldest brother. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Gary. And Gary and we fought like cats and dogs. But anyway, he was older than me and bigger than me and stronger than me, obviously. So I could never really get him back, you know. So I could just steal his stuff and call him names and run. But I looked out the window, and my sister had Gary in a headlock, and she was beating his head into the neighbor's wooden fence. I swear to God, I was jumping up and down on my bed, looking out the window. I was so happy, and I hoped she would do it for like an hour. Yeah, you didn't mess with my sister. You really didn't. Okay, that's stamped okay, so I don't mind that I stamped directly in the book, but that's a little unnerving for me. Steal his stuff and run. I remember one time he had a turtleneck. I love turtlenecks. Anyway, he had a turtleneck, And of course, it was too big for me, but I could put it underneath a sweater and the neck felt, you know, was fine. Anyway, I went down his room and stole it and wore it to school. And when I came home from school, he caught me. And it weren't pretty. But whatever. Whatever. And I'm not big on these, like live the life you've imagined or something like that. I suppose for something like this, it would be okay. But for the most part, yeah, I don't really use those stamps. Couldn't see my hickeys. I didn't have hickeys back then. I was too young for hickeys. And I would have been afraid to come home with hickeys. My brothers would have kicked my ass. I'm not kidding. If I'd even thought of coming home with hickeys, that was not even happening. I need to get out my bigger acrylic block. Get ready for some crashes. Okay, that was pretty easy. I to this day like turtleneck sweaters, and I'll tell you why. When I was young, I had a thyroid condition, and you don't hear about goiters anymore. But when I was at a very impressionable age, I had a goiter, and they treated it with iodine. But anyway, that's beside the point. I wore turtlenecks to hide my goiter. And they treated it, and it went away, and I've never had a problem since. So I don't know what goiters are, what they're caused by, but I had one. And why don't you ever hear about goiters anymore? Huh? There were 6 of us in 6 years. Ooh. My mother was halfway smart that way. Oh, that came out good. Nope, it didn't. Came out caca. Okay, we'll get another tissue paper. Mom waited 4 years between all of us. She'd just get one of us ready to go to school, and then she'd have another one. And the thing about that was my oldest brother and my youngest brother never lived in the house at the same time. My oldest brother was in the military and married himself before my youngest brother was born. And so his wife was pregnant, a year or so after Mom was pregnant. So my brother and his nephew were about a year or two apart. They grew up more like brothers than uncle and nephew, which is cool. And sadly, they're both gone now. Hi, Jane. The professional critic, that's caca. It is caca. They find goiters early and treated. Yeah, apparently they're easy to treat. I just remember that I had one and I took iodine. That's all I can remember about it. So, yeah. But that's why I like turtlenecks. And I like them to this day. Okay, let's look at the next series of stamps that I got out. Okay, this one is, all right, these look like passport stamps. I guess I could just use, well, no, they're thick paper. We'll just stamp them out real quick. What the heck? But they have New York, Italia, France, and Spain. We'll just stamp those bad boys right out. Maybe putting those acrylic stamps on that clear plastic isn't the best idea, but I haven't torn one yet. If I ever tear one, that's when we'll find out that it was a really bad idea. A dumb idea that I shouldn't do anymore. has so much travel crap. I mean, cool ephemera. I know, right? Dee Dee, if you ask me any topic, I'd say, well, give me a minute and let me see if I can find a stamp for that. I probably have a stamp for everything. And you haven't even seen all of it yet, Dee Dee. I was just looking for tickets and anything related to travel. And you can call me a hoarder if you want. I don't care. I call myself a hoarder. But it's weird, the stuff I hoard. Like, most stuff I don't hoard. Like plastic bowls, I don't hoard plastic bowls. But stamps and art supplies, I am a freaking hoarder. Well, I'm glad I got the tissue paper out. Because if it's going to disappear into the background, these are going to work out better than I even expected. Don't you know? Yeah, I don't hoard toilet paper tubes. I'm a collector, yeah. You know, something I have that I want to get rid of. I'm just not sure what to do about it. My grandmother and grandfather got an entire set of wedding china that they used at their wedding for people to eat on, right? And my mother housed that china all of her life. And then it was given to me, and I'm still housing it. And I know there's nobody in my family who wants, oh, I could have used that sailboat on that Jamaica picture. See, I didn't even know that. Anyway, I truly would like to find somebody who would love, okay, this is what's in this one. Ooh, I like that. I would truly like to find somebody who loves China, beautiful China. I'm not even sure I'd ask anything for it. I mean, if I could sell it, that'd be awesome. I'd like the money. But honestly, I just really wish I could find a home for that China so that it would be well loved. Of course, now what have I done? Ooh, what have I done to do? Oh, I need the bigger block. What have I done to try and accomplish that? Absolutely nothing. I want somebody to walk to my door and offer to buy the china because I know nobody wants it. I'll give him the china cabinet. I'll give him everything. What is under there? Okay. But that's something that has been a family hoard for years. And I think it's time for that hoard to end. Right? Hi, Sharon. This is stamping really nice. One of the things I worried about was on the tissue paper that it would like spread. The ink would spread. It's not. It's very crisp. So I like that. Why don't you use it? It's got gold on it. And another reason is I'm scared to death to break it. But it can't go in the dishwasher because of the gold leaf on it. And it's too pretty for my family. They'll break it. They'll chip it. No. So I don't know. I would definitely like to find a home for the china. Yeah, if I just got rid of that china, I could put the color cubes in there. Exactly. See, I'm just waiting to get rid of that china. So that I'm going to make one of these. I'm not sure where I'll put it. Probably one of the countries that has sailing or something. Or with a map or something. I really like that stamp. And see, I've never used these. I've never stamped them once that I can remember. So no microwave, dishwasher, but it's sitting unloved. Exactly, Jane. Yep. Can't go in the dishwasher, can't go in the microwave. Yeah, it takes up space. And honestly, I used to occasionally get it out and wash it and dust it. Years ago, I decided now that is absolutely exercise in futility. I'm not doing that anymore. And I bet if you picked up the top, and of course my china cabinet has doors on it, but I bet if you picked it up and looked at it, I'll bet it's dusty. I bet you $100. I'm just not going to clean it anymore. I'm just not. If I found a home for it, I would wash it right before I packed it. I still have my set from Kmart that my mom bought me 41 years ago. We use it for every holiday. And it goes in the dishwasher. Yeah, this is not, it's obviously not holiday china. It's just pretty china. And I know my grandmother loved it. I mean, no doubt about that. That one says wish. Oh, but wait. The wish is, no, it's not. You know what I could do, though? Because I'll never use the wish. Now, this is something I don't mind doing. Man, that bad boy is not wanting to come off that plastic. Get out a cutting mat. Put that right there. If you don't want the wish on there, cut it out. And then you just have a blank ticket. I could write anything in there I want. How amazing is that? So there you go. If there's a part of your stamp that you don't want, cut it off. But I could save the wish. Let's see if I wrecked it in any way. I bet you I didn't. I replaced the china cabinet and other furniture with through. See, I would love to do that, Dee Dee. I would love to get rid of the china cabinet. It just, all it does is take up space and collect dust. It's the only thing it does. And knickknacks, the same thing, you know. They're just sitting around collecting dust. And I keep them because in my brain, they seem to have some sentimental value. And in reality, really, how much sentimental value can they really have? Sometimes, you know, my grandma, I'll look at something I got from my grandmother and it'll bring back happy memories of whatever. But in reality, I have plenty of happy memories, like arrows and stuff like that you could use for anything. I didn't like that big ticket. Skyline Driving, that's Madison, Indiana. Yeah, that's good enough. Let's see, what else? This one I'm going to put aside. I think I got it out because it's got North America and Central America, and there were several of the South America and Central America countries. That one I'm going to put aside and make myself a note. Why did I get this one out? Oh, it's got the little passport on it. Look at that little baby passport. We're going to... Now, these were red rubber that I removed from their wood blocks. I like that one too. And these, because they don't have any of the glue left on them, I just use a glue stick on them and then clean the block when I'm done. Use Royal Dalton for every day, and Royal, I love to wash your dishes. See, I'm not particularly fond of standing and washing dishes by hand. And here's how I look at that. If it's a holiday and I've spent all day standing on my feet cooking your dumbass dinner, you can do the dishes. And then if I was using the good china, I'd be scared to death they're going to chip it, or, you know, it's just like, no, not even. Look at that little baby passport. Yeah, not doing that. Thanks anyway. But really, if I've cooked you dinner, you're doing the dishes. Just saying. I like the clocks too. There might be a country, if that's the case, I'll get this out later. But there might be a country that I go visit that makes timepieces. What's on this one? I don't know what. Oh, that's German. And I say I don't know what language that is, but I do. I know it's German. I'll make a note of that. Before I put these back, I will make notes on some cards. And see, these are all indexed, like that's in miscellaneous 9. So I could just write myself a note for German, look up miscellaneous 9. But I'd rather have just the note card than a bunch of stuff that I have to keep track of for later. Let's see what else we got over here. Why did I get out this? Oh, I wanted the sun. I thought the sun I could use, or the moon. So I thought those two could really work. This was Finnebar Celestial set that I got at Michael's. Uber cheap. I do remember that. It looks like I've never used it. Switzerland is known for its clocks, but I don't think I have a passport stamp for Switzerland. Damn, can't get this off. It's plastic. There we go. So I'm going to want the sun, and I'm going to do the moon too. And so that'll, you know, if I have stuff like this, I think that's going to spark my juices, so that I'll write, you know, like a walk at the beach on a full moon or something like that. If I have these little things to make me think of stuff like that, I'd like to think that I could think of it anyway. But if I have a little thing to remind me or make me think of it, yeah, I'm more likely to probably do it. But I like the sun and the moon in this set. And again, more butterflies. Nice sun. I'm going to color some of these here in just a minute. So it's almost like watching a coloring book page. Right? Right. I'll pull you guys in way close for that. The man on the moon. I could write a story about the man on the moon. Well, I think he ended up there. What horrible thing he did to be ostracized and end up on the moon. Jackie Gleason. Hit him up there. Yeah, see, I kept some of I have tons of my mom's stuff, honestly, still around here. And I think some of the older grandkids might be interested in it. What was this? Oh, I like that postcard and that stamp. But honestly, I don't know if the kids want any of that. I really don't. I'm going to guess they probably do not. Unless it has some value to it, or a specific memory about my mother that is specific to their lives, you know, like. But by now, the older grandkids have grandkids of their own, you know, like those kids won't have any memory of my mother or memories of being at her house or anything like that. So I don't know. The older I get, the more I think, if there's somebody who collects something and would really enjoy it, I I won't mind rehoming it. I really won't. Some of these bigger ones I think will be good on pages where I either don't have as much content, whatever. Oops. Just stamp my own hand. I don't know. You see the world a little bit different as you get older, I think. You know, there was a time shortly after Mother died, I was so appreciative to have things to remind me. And not that I don't still value that, but I think you just change. Like, when I think of Mom now, I think of things that she told me or places we went, or, you know, just it's so different, I think, as you grow older. For real. All right, what was it on this one? These are more back. Why did I pull this one? Oh, because of this over here. I don't think I'm going to do those. Okay, now the flip-flop, I thought, now that would be fun for any country that has beaches. Jamaica obviously would be a good one. What does that say? Oh, it says voyage and date. I have no clue where half of these came from. But flip-flops, who doesn't love a good flip-flop stamp? Yeah, it's not the stuff, Jane, exactly. I think the older I get, the more I realize that it really isn't the stuff. And that, like the flip-flop might be better to put directly on the page too. So where's its little holder here? All right, and this is a whole world map, which I like. Let's go ahead and do that one. Because I could put a whole world map thing on there and then draw an arrow to somewhere, you know, close by where the page that I'm working on. Correct, correct. I like to have fun stuff throughout it. What? Another nice thing by just stamping this and then letting it sit, the ink is drying. Oh, I like this world stamp too, but I think I'm going to stamp it directly in the book right now. This one I did in blue. Should I do it in blue again? Yeah, then it won't look like just a big blob. We'll get out the midnight blue or Paris blue, whatever it's called. Isn't that true, Ruth? Stuff you don't use makes it a prison. That is absolutely true. All right, let me see where's my favorite blue one? That's crazy.
Here, you want me to do that? What do you want to do?
No. All right, let's see. I'll get a different blue. Use that one. Okay. And if I don't like this color, I can always color it in with a pen later. But I think I want this one. It's a world map one. I think I'll put this one. I haven't used this stamp pad in forever. I wonder if it still has decent ink on it. Yeah, it'll be all right. Poor Robert, I think, is just lost. It's cold outside. And where do I want this? Let's put it, well, all right, that's, because most of this is all water. All right, I think it goes this way. Okay, I like that, okay. I haven't used that stamp pad in forever. But I don't know where my midnight blue one is. Huh. Probably put it somewhere so I'd know where it was, right? This film strip might be fun too, you know, where I could either stamp or draw different things in there. So I'm going to have to remember that. I'm not going to stamp it out. Well, maybe I could. And if I don't use it, who cares, right? But that one's good to just write little information on. Did I show you the front of this? Oh, I don't have them stamped out is why I didn't show it. Let's see what else. That one I'm not sure. I can always get back in here later. This one's kind of fun. I'm going to do this on a whole new sheet. Okay, it'll fit on there. And these stamps, I have no idea where I got them from. None. Somewhere out in my travels, somewhere. Boy, that one's really close. Now this one has had ink on it, so I've used this one somewhere at some point. You guys, I hope to God when I start using these that I find out that the tissue paper doesn't work after I've spent all this time and your time doing this. Oh, would that not be annoying? Did I say hi, Angie? Oh, came out good. Awesome. What the heck? Oh, it goes this way is why. Duh. Okay. I think that was all in that container. Some of them I've stamped the image on the outside of, and some I haven't. I used to be pretty good about that, but now I'm not so good. This one I didn't either. All right, these appear to be mostly postal. United Kingdom Royal Postal Service. Luftpost. Yeah, these are mostly postal. I think I have plenty of postal stuff. I'll put that in the pile of make a note of where it is so I can always go back and find it. Again, this one I think is most, these are funny ones. This is a return to sender bunch of junk. Another state of mind. worldwideweb.com. Those are cute. Yeah, okay. Don't think I'm going to stamp them. I don't have that many more to stamp now. This is one of my very favorite postal stamps, the Bird Arctic Expedition. Look. Oh, I took this one out of there and moved it somewhere else, apparently. I put move to, but I didn't tell myself where I moved it to. So then it's just like, well, go look for it. The postage I probably will get out later. Again, these are funny postal things. Don't need them. Okay, this one is the map. I think I will go ahead and stamp that while I've got it out. Just save myself the trouble later. This one, no, I'm not gonna, because I have to put glue on the block and I don't want to have to clean it later. If I decide I want it, I'll do that later. All right, one more thing, and then okay, and then the only other thing was, I know one of the countries is I want to say Bulgaria. It's not Bulgaria. Not thinking. Guatemala. And they export a lot of coffee, so I pulled the coffee ones, but I think I'll wait. I'll just leave these out until I do the Guatemala page. I'll do that. All right, that's everything I think that I got out. Probably not all that I have, but it's all that I got out. All right. So there's the one that I finished. Yeah, I think I'm going to like the way those look. Let's dig into them in color. And see. See why I don't want to fussy cut all this stuff? Doing one of your jobs, not cleaning. She will. Oh, I will. No, I will clean. I just didn't want to get glue all over that big acrylic block. Because when I do that, then I have to take it over the sink and wash it. And I didn't really want to do that. Let's pick some colors real quick. All right, I think I'll try. I'm just going to grab a handful of super tips and see how the super tips work on them. How about that? Because I don't particularly care about color. When I get to the page, then I might care about color. But for right now, for something like this, don't care about color. So whatever I pick up and use is going to be fine. Here's Paris. I have a new set of super tips because last time I played with my super tips, I noticed some of them were just getting less juicy and stuff like that. So I thought, oh, I'm going to go ahead and order a new set. But I haven't taken the time yet to go through these and decide which ones stay and which ones go. I know you will clean, giving you a hard time. I know, Angie. You're good at that. We encourage hard times everywhere. You won't make Dee Dee mad, and you definitely won't make me mad. And if you ever do, I will use that blue wrench and boot your butt out. I love the super tips too, Dee Dee. For most things, they're just awesome. All right, I'm going to use, this is why you have to have all different kind of markers so that I can fill in this little fragile thing here. These are some of my favorites. The Micron plastic nib pens, because I can't crush them. I'm famous for crushing nibs. I'm excited to start writing the stories. And Mary, I will go find some of those videos on YouTube so I could maybe walk down the streets of some of the places that I'm going to visit. And then when I get really old, I'm already kind of old, but when I get really old and my memory's gone, maybe some of these stories that I write in my brain will have actually happened. And I'll go into the old folks home and tell people about the time I went to Jamaica and drank a drink called Jamaica Me Crazy and how I danced on the bar. Hi, R. You're hoarding. I'm hoarding too. See, this is one of the pens that just isn't quite as juicy. Yeah, I'll have to take one day this week and go through and throw away the ones that aren't juicy anymore. But honestly, I think some of these super tips I literally have had for years. So I can't really complain if some of them have lost a little bit of their juice because they lasted for years. All right, we want, let's see if this is a nice pink. That's a nice pink. Do a nice pink flower. I think the flower for Guatemala is an orchid. So sometime this week, or I don't know, do you guys want me to do some of the drawings on stream? Because I was thinking I'd probably do everything off stream and then just show it every week while I was doing probably some other project. But you guys can tell me if you want me to do some of the stories. We could also make up some of the stories ourselves. I like that purple, so I'm going to do this big block over here, purple. Look pretty next to the green. I'll have to decide which of this cool ephemera I just made I need to put on the Jamaica Me Crazy page. Yes, do everything on stream. Hi, Debbie. All right, so you want the whole journal on? Nah, I will be working on this off stream. I'm just going to tell you right now, I will be working on it off stream. I mean, I don't mind working on it on stream, but there's a lot of days when I truly love sitting here arting by myself. Like, really like arting by myself. Because I'm probably listening to some smut on the internet, some brainwashing BS. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? All right, this one, let's just do this color. Now, would you guys go to this much trouble? I'm really looking forward to this whole passport journal thing. I really am. So I don't mind going to this much trouble. Do it live? Okay, Dorothy. Do it on stream. All right, you guys. You want to see glittery paint on there? Okay, if I find a country, I'm trying to think. The hummingbirds and butterflies, the monarch butterflies. I live in the monarch butterfly flyway. I will find the country in South America that they migrate to, and I will use glittery paint on that page. How about that? You like that? I would if it really caught my imagination. This has definitely sparked my imagination and made me look forward to, well, and what kind of dawned on me when I was thinking about, okay, how do I want to approach this? And I thought, oh, I'd like it to be like Draw My Day, which I've done that on stream several times. Love Draw My Day. Where's a blue pen? So yeah, I mean, it really, the whole idea just has really got my juices flowing. And then when I started looking up Jamaica and stuff like that, it was just like, oh, I love this. I'm going to have so much fun with this. Now, I hope my interest remains peaked, you know? That one will be good. All right, I'll start a little pile of finished. I probably should pull you guys in a little bit. All right. For this one, I need, let me see what color this is. Yeah, see, now this one needs to go in the trash. In fact, it'll go in there right now. But I should have another kind of brownish. Here's that same color. Oh, nice and fresh and juicy. I'm not exactly sure. That I could use watercolor on this tissue paper. But watercolor works fairly well in that journal. I didn't get too terrible much warpage. But if I glue the 2 pages together, like I said, if it's bleeding through and it annoys me, and I'll just glue the 2 pages together, I think I can get rid of virtually all of the watercolor warpage. Or Devin's not here anymore, or I could probably iron a lot of it out. This darker brown is a little bit dangerous here because I don't want it to look like a big brown blob on the page. So we'll see. We will see. Thanks, Colleen. Because I would have liked this to be a little bit browner. And if it annoys me, what I'll end up doing is getting some brown, craft paper out and restamp it in brown or something. But I'm glad I'm using my stuff, This one needs to just be blue. Yep, this one's getting dry. When I find them, I need to toss them. Let's see if I have another blue close to that color. Two-tone blue. Awesome. And with stuff like this, you don't have to be so meticulous, you know. I'll emphasize the black in that or outline it in white or whatever. The flip-flops, what color flip-flops do we want? I have every color flip-flop because I am a flip-flop girl. Let's do, my favorites are my navy blue and my black, but I need a light color because they have flowers on them. Let's see what color this is. Yeah, let's do them lime green. I wouldn't wear lime green flip-flops, but maybe I would. I do want to write down which case the flip-flops were in, though, so I can go back and find them again. Okay, the moon, I want a bright, bright yellow. That's orange. Don't want orange. Yellow. That's a good yellow. Now this one I probably will go back in with that orange or something and add, but I'll let this dry completely first. And then that real light yellow. No, that's too green. Because the moon actually just looks, I guess I'll just do it yellow too. Because yeah, I need it to be a color because it can't just look white. You think red? Red for the moon? I love fruitcake, but right now you can't have it. We're going to put some on our diet. Yeah, that's going to be tough, Angie, being on a no-carb diet. Now, I think I'll do the moon also yellow. And let me see. Because I have all the cool pens in the world, we'll take the fine line flare and two-tone it. I'll try and get that Jamaica spread done by next Monday. It's going to be a crazy week. Robert and I are going to be here alone for Thanksgiving, which is fine with me. I never did call my brother to find out if he really meant when he said, "Oh, let's just blow it off." I thought, okay, buddy, you said it. That's what we're doing. So I hope I'm not sorry that I did that, but whatever. I just decided, dude, you said it, we're going with it. So, yeah. So I did go ahead and get us a ham and, some things. And, of course, you can't have Thanksgiving without pumpkin pie. So we're going to have a mixture of kind of like Christmas dinner and Thanksgiving. But I'll do a nice dinner for us. But, yeah, it'll be just us. And I'm good with that. Okay, bye, Flo. Oh, for the flip-flops. Sorry, Carrie. You just emailed the prompts? Okay, I'll read my emails probably around the 6th of the month. I'm so bad. I know I get on the 6th of the month every month to pay the bills. So, but otherwise, most of my emails are garbage. So I don't even care to go look. And I've tried to unsubscribe from most of them, but some people just really do not get the hint, you know, like, I don't know if they need to be hit over the head or what. I'm going to try the passport in this blue. I hope I don't obliterate. I am. So I think I'll do this, a dark blue along the edges. That's a nice thing about Super Tip too. See how you can get those nice clean edges? Nothing wrong with a good Super Tip. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. I guess you can. That's all right. Let's pull out some more colors. I love having the build right here. Just reach back and grab whatever you want. All right, let's do this one. I've used this green quite a bit, but I like it. Oh, that's a nice color. You know how lucky we are to have the internet? Like, if I didn't have the internet so that I could look up all this stuff, you know, a national bird or something like that, I'd have to be making trips to the library, or because we don't have all this junk in our memory. I can sit here and probably in less than an hour find out everything I ever want to know about every one of these countries. Is that not just awesome? Donate it to Habitat for Humanity. What? Wayfair, I have unsubscribed 3 times this week and marked as spam. Debbie Epps, I can't even tell you. And I think they sell them faster than I can get them unsubscribed from. I mean, I'm not kidding. It's like, dudes, could you cut me some slack here? And some of them, you know, like my subscription ones where I've actually subscribed to something, and I guess in the subscription process, I did not make it really clear to them that I don't want to receive their damn emails. And then I went back the other night to one of my subscription places to tell them to drop me out of the promotion emails. I can find nowhere on their damn website where you can opt out of that. And it's about ready to make me unsubscribe completely. Just say, you guys are harassing the hell out of me. I'm done with you. Stop it. But why would you not have, you know, and I'm sure I probably have the option when I hit the agree and all that, but why can't I go back and do it later? Because I didn't realize you were going to email me 4 times a day. We're not that good of friends. Am I a whiner? Question for me, Vale, I'm on it. You question away, girl. I'm using the yellow a lot because you can see the image so well. See how that darker color, it's a little bit harder. I think it'll be fine when I get it glued down, but it's a little harder to use the darker colors. I think I used the blue. What has been the smallest scavenger hunt journal you have seen or heard made? I don't know. I haven't paid a lot of attention to what people use. I think what I would say is use what you're comfortable with. Mine is generally 8.5 by 5.5. I take some pattern paper, usually, cut it to 8.5 by 11, and then just fold it in half. And that seems to be large enough for anything I might want to glue into it. It's not so much real estate that I have to think, oh my God, how am I going to fill this up? To me, it's just a good size. Plus, I use up some pattern paper that I probably wouldn't otherwise use because I'm going to cover it up anyway. Yeah, so I don't know. I would probably not one small. I wouldn't want one smaller than 8.5 by 5.5. I really don't think so. But I also wouldn't want it so big that I felt overwhelmed. And see, that was one of the things I thought with this passport journal is it's fairly large. I mean, let me see. It's 9.5. Well, more than that. It's about 9 3/4 by 7.5. That's quite a bit of real estate, especially if you're going to do a double page spread like this. But then I told myself, okay, I'm going to work larger than I might otherwise have liked to do. My other option was to use one side for each country. But then I would have had tons of the journal left over. That drives me crazy too. So I just decided I'm just going to work larger and maybe have to include more stuff than I might otherwise. But I can also, like here I stenciled the background behind the stamp. So I'm thinking, if I have blank areas that I'm not comfortable with, I can always stencil something in the background, put a piece of ephemera, something like that, But I definitely wouldn't want to work smaller than 8.5 by 5.5. I have a Gmail that I put in wrong. Can take it off. I went to Verizon to get help, and those guys didn't know how to. I thought, oh, Angie, good luck with that. Thanks, Belinda. I'm not a whiner at all. Somebody scammed your card? Oh, man. Last year, see, I think of Somerset Magazine, like how Dee Dee does them, where she cuts them down and uses them. I think that that would be a good place to start because, heck, you don't know going in how much of what you might want to work with will already be there for you, So, yeah, a magazine cut in half, I think that would be a great format. The only thing there is you've got a lot of pages. I'll try and find a new white part of the paper so I can see what the hell I'm doing. But yeah, a magazine, that would be awesome place to start. I just work on the pattern papers because I know I'm going to cover it. So I just picked some crappy pattern papers that I know I'm never going to use. Let's see. I don't know what I paid for. But that's from 1915. So I'm going to have to ignore that date because my mother wasn't even born then. After this ink is drying, there's no warpage on the paper. So this is going to work perfectly, better than I might have hoped. And that was just like a last minute idea. So I'm really happy with the way this is going to work out, I think. We're going to put one on the Jamaica page. So another thing, I don't know if you guys think of it, but when you think of countries, do you think of colors? And I asked that for a reason. Like this blue just seems to me like it goes with Jamaica, whether it's the ocean color or I don't know. Those are fun pages, though. Yeah. Could glue some pages together like we did with composition. Exactly. Yeah, Debbie, that would be a good idea, too. Glue some pages together. Give you a good solid substrate to work on. So yeah, that's cool. See, I love that I can color outside the lines on this one. because I'll cut right on the line. Don't have to be so precise. Yeah, this is working out better than I'd hoped. And I'm glad I'm doing it on stream, so now it's getting done. Yeah, the flags. Okay. You could use maps in the background, write about foods, national song. Exactly, Judy. See, that's just it. I did get out, I don't know where I put them. Okay. Like when I was looking for stuff, I found this map paper of Italy, and I know there is a stamp for Italy. So the thing about this, though, is I probably will fussy cut out this portion of it. I won't slap this whole page in the book. But this for the United States, I liked this. I think this came out of Tim Holtz, you know, where I could include some of the states, but I'm not going to slap the whole page in there. I'll just pick some of them. And then I found this, which has a bunch of tickets on it that I can use here and there. But they're kind of, it's on thick kind of paper. And I thought, I don't want the journal to turn into, you know, where it's a fat thing. You know, I want it to stay pretty thin. Obviously, it's going to have some bulk because I'll add stuff to it. But as much of that as I can eliminate, I'll be happy. But usually this ephemera, I'm also going to have in conjunction with a story or sometimes maybe a space filler, you know. But if I do some of the art just a little bit larger, I don't think it's going to be that hard. I think it's going to work out just fine. The color is the country flags. Now, see, I don't. I think, well, obviously Canada, everybody knows their flag, so you immediately think red because of the red maple leaf. But Canada, to me, I think of as green. Mostly because I've driven up there so much, and I know if you're like, especially up in Saskatchewan, it's just miles and miles and miles of green. Or if you go way up north and you're in the woods, it's just miles and miles and miles of nothing but green. A little bit of blue in the sky, but for the most part, Canada is just green. And keep in mind, I've only ever been there in the summertime. I've never been there in the winter. In the winter, it's white. Nothing but white snow. And I think a bunch of places are going to be getting a storm this week with lots of snow. They had it in Colorado about a week ago. Jamie sent me a picture. He must have had 15 inches on his back porch. This little piece that I'm coloring right here, this is tickets. I probably will cut these apart. I don't know though, but I probably will. They'll be more usable that way. Yeah, we could do a dark blue one. All the great supplies I have, and I invariably come back to super tips. But okay, I was talking about colors and countries. I not uncommonly think of Mexico's colors are red, orange, and yellow. Miles and miles of white these days, yeah, with the snow up there. But Mexico, if you go down into Mexico and walk down any of the little streets, and I'm talking about the border towns, It's very colorful, lots of stuff out in the street to grab Americans' attentions, right? And it just seems like they use a lot of red, yellow, and orange. So when I think of some countries, I do think of colors. All right, let's do, I think Spain. I've never been to Spain, but I would think of Spain much like I do Mexico, where it would be very colorful. I'm kind of excited to do Spain because I thought, well, do I do like the running of the bulls, or I don't know. Saskatchewan has had up to 40 centimeters in some areas. Oh my gosh. And you're going to get it in a few days, Dale. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I left Colorado, and I promise you, other than skiing, I have not missed the snow and the cold for one instant. And a couple times we've had snow in Oklahoma, but honestly, it's here one day and gone the next. Well, it is pretty much in Colorado too, except for up in the mountains. But I promise you, I have never missed driving in the snow, maybe looking out the window when it's all real fresh, but then after it's a day or two old and it's dirty, I have no interest in the snow anymore. Hey, CB, no worries. I'm making ephemera for my passport journal. Carrie Brett made me decide to do a passport journal. And Australia wasn't one of the countries, but that would be one of the countries that I could make up. I just don't know how much room I'm going to have, quite honestly. So, but yeah, I'm going to use this ephemera in that journal. And I'd rather have this that I'm going to glue in rather than stamping on the pages, so that if I goof up, I can throw it in the trash and do it again. France to me is yellow. I'll do this yellow. More orange yellow. See, this one I can color outside the box because I'll trim it up. And dark green. Italia, we're going to do red. There was a set of super tips. I don't know if they still sell it, but with these black barrels that were scented. Honest to God, them make you gag. You did what? You sent me the passport stickers that made me, oh, this one's almost dried up. Good. But don't ever buy the scented markers. You'll hate yourself later. Let's see. I think this is too light a blue. Oh, no, I use this. And I don't know what any of these countries' flags look like to know if I've just dumbed into their color scheme or not. If you'd asked me what color was Jamaica's flag, I never would have said yellow, green, and black. That's for sure. Okay. Got those, and we've got one more page of these. This one was, you know what? I stamped this twice, but some of these are okay, so I'm going to color it twice. But I didn't tell you what to do with them. Well, but did you think I wouldn't do something with them? I'm blaming you, Terry. Hashtag, if it's not Dee Dee's fault, it's Terry's fault. I learned something new about Terry this week. Terry is partial to firemen. Aren't you, Terry? That was something I didn't know about her. Oh, this one's dry. It can go in the trash. I love throwing these away when they get caca. Okay, you can take it. She's a man. She can take it. Terry. Ooh, I like this green. It's pretty. Terry's sitting over there watching this going, you know what? If I was there with her right now, I swear to God, I'd punch her in the face. And soldiers. Yep. She likes soldiers too. Oh my gosh. Another thing I found out about Terry is she's not crazy about puppies. I only send her certain videos because I thought she'd love seeing the puppies. Turns out she didn't care about the puppies. Now that one I'm going to have to fussy cut a lot closer because I did that. You read my mind now. You're tired? Mariposa. All right, let's do another yellow one. But I really haven't decided if I'm going to use stenciling in the background or stuff like that. I tried it on that first page where I put the sticker, and it's probably my least favorite thing on the whole page. So I'm going to seriously have to think about that. And the pages are that journal has signatures that are sewn in. So if I end up not liking something, I will tear the pages out. Who cannot love cute puppies, right, CB? Isn't that, she's a kitty cat person. Okay, Angie, go have fun at your basketball game. Yeah, I was just like, who doesn't love a puppy? Terry Brett. I don't have any idea what I'm fixing for supper tonight. Got to get on that.
What's your lunch, sweetie?
Not a whole lot. What goes with my pink? Robert just walked in, forgot I was streaming. Looked like, oh no, what did I do? Some of these seem kind of bright. If they're too bright, I'll go over them with a wash of like white acrylic just to back them down. You got hamburger soup? Oh, that sounds good. He's in and out of here, CB. Hamburger soup. That sounds good. I don't think I've ever made hamburger soup, but I think I would eat it. Let's see. I think I'll do another darker yellow one. That will have to go on a tropical island. That is very pink for sure. All right. Trying to pick some kind of muted more colors. See, that kind of is dark. All right, I'm going to try. Let's see. Some alcohol markers. Now, see, that's kind of dark. I do have nice muted colors in alcohol inks, so I could have easily gone with them. I like that color. Let's do that one. Honestly, I was trying not to get a bunch of stuff out. Hi, Alicia. Making some ephemera here. My page is getting all colored up in the background, so I know it's hard to see. I have to fight myself every day not to order more alcohol markers, you guys. I don't know why I think I need to own them all. I love them. Eating lunch. All right, there we go. I really do need some bright colored alcohol markers, though. See, I'm sitting here talking myself into it right now. I threw away a bunch not very long ago. And ever since then, I'm just like, oh, I need to order some. I really don't. But look at how nice those muted colors are. That one's a little dark. All right, you guys, if you've been thinking of any prompts for the scavenger hunt, send me a message on Instagram or email me or something. Because here very quickly, I'm going to have to get that entire list put together. I don't want to wait till the last minute. Or if there were things you particularly liked in past years, let me know which prompts you especially liked. I will be reusing some of them that just I know worked for me to really spark creativity. So some of them I know will be repeated. I haven't come up with a theme yet because I kind of like the theme thing, like when we did children's books or stuff like that. I really did like that. But I can't think of one that's really motivating me this year. We had talked about doing colors, and then I got thinking, is Dee Dee still here? Is she listening? I hope not. Okay, you emailed about 30. Awesome. Awesome. But I was thinking color combinations might be fun, but it would be more like pink and green, you know, like really unusual color combinations that you would have to use together. That could either be awesome or it could be an absolute complete disaster, and I haven't decided yet which. But that could be fun, you know. Two colors that everybody used to put together that I absolutely hated was brown and pink. Who liked brown and pink together? To me, brown and pink don't go together. Brown and blue go together. Brown and pink do not go together. Another one is purple and like chartreuse, purple and green. Now, I like certain purple and greens together, but purple and chartreuse don't go together. So, you've never done the scavenger hunt? Yeah, I'm thinking seriously about the color combination theme. Oh, hang on, I'll get it. Robert's in here to open the garage door, and I have the garage door hidden, or the opener, behind all my junk. Let me see if that worked. All right. He's going to freeze his butt off out there. You do, and you're not a pink person. You like pink and brown together. That's crazy. See, I've never ever saw that combination as something I would definitely not wear it. But yeah, maybe one day we'll sit around and come up with some unusual color combinations. And the reason I said I hope Dee Dee's not here is because she'd say, well, you get the color cubes and put them on your toilet. But not using matching colors would make it more fun. See, that's just it, Joanne. It could either be really fun or it could be an absolute utter disaster. You know what I mean? I like when I'm done with my page that I'm feeling good about it, right? And I know if I did a brown pink page, I would just be sitting there going, this is the ugliest damn thing I've ever encountered. Let me look at my phone, CB, because the sun is on my thermometer. Let me see what my phone tells me the temperature is. 45 degrees, CB. Yeah, 45 degrees. That's pretty chilly. It really is. Okay, Joyce is saying she likes brown and pink. Yeah, you'd have to break out the Funkin' Wagnalls without the internet for sure. Okay, you guys are saying you like that idea. Yeah, big difference. Yeah, I don't know how far this cold front drops down. I think it doesn't stick around very long, CB, but it's definitely a little chilly for me right now. But it's going to get worse. I mean, we will get freezing and below before the winter's over, but usually not until late January, February. And then by March, we're getting into spring. So, all right, I'm going to put these away, and then we're going to cut some of this out. And I really wish I knew what I was fixing for dinner. All right, don't fall. All right. I about just lost all of them. All right, that goes there. Okay. With this build, that's exactly how easy it is to clean up all your stuff. It's so awesome. Oh, and my paintbrush build did work, you guys. You can keep it? Yeah. I don't really want to keep it, CB, but thanks. All right. Let me cut some of these out. I'm not going to make you guys sit and watch me fussy cut this. I'm just going to cut this one out and go ahead and put it on my Jamaica page, I think. Jamaica Me Crazy. I love that drink name. It's got a little notch. Probably would be better to get out the hole punch and just punch that. But on tissue paper, it's going to be a little hard. That's all right. See why I don't fussy cut, you guys? I'm so bad at it. All right, let's get my Jamaica page. And I'll just go ahead and show you guys who came in late. I'm going to be working on, off and on, when I stream and when I'm sitting here by myself and whatever else, on a passport journal. Because Terry Brett sent me the passport stamps from all over the world, enlarged. So yeah, I found this cool blue notebook, which is reminiscent of the United States passport cover. And I will be outlining this in gold. I wish I had different equipment and I could emboss it myself, but I don't. So I just started playing with stuff, and that's the page when you open. I will be adding more to this, whether it's more postage stamps, whether it's, I guess we could pick one of these ephemeras and use it. Because I can add pretty much as much as, yeah, it's your fault, Terry. See? CB agrees. All right, let's do this one too. And I can use as much of this stuff because I have the stamps. I can get out and use it over and over again, so I don't have to, you know, like rebuy ephemera or something like that. All right, hang on. I'm cutting out this little postage stamp. We're going to put these in so I can see how good the tissue paper disappears. You know, if I could have anything in the world that I wanted, you know what I would get? I would get a cook. I would get a cook before I got a maid. Like, for real. All right. I don't want to, I'll put this one over here near this. And then this one over here, like this. Fun stuff, huh? And I used to, you know, when the kids were at home, of course, when you have kids, you can't whine about cooking because they're hungry all the time. Cooking didn't used to bother me. But now all of a sudden it's just like, I hate it more than anything. I hate having to think about it every damn day. I hate it. Did I tell you guys how bad I freaking hate it? This tissue is going to hold up good to gluing. I am so happy that I decided to try the tissue. So now you guys know. Use white tissue paper for stamping. It makes great ephemera. Look at that. I love it. I don't, you know, the maid, I don't care so much about. I used to have a woman that came and cleaned for me when I worked. Because if I didn't, we could never have done anything with the kids, you know, because I would have been home cleaning all the time. And that was nice. But because I'm so freaking anal and I don't mind admitting it, I would not uncommonly spend time before she came cleaning up so it wasn't so hard for her. It's like, ugh. So I think cleaning would still be hard for me because I would go ahead and wash the toilets anyway. But a cook, I would just say, there's the kitchen, go find something in it, even if it's popcorn. Go find it and cook and do it. You guys, I'm going to love this. I'm going to really love this. You have someone 7 days a week. See, that's my problem too, Barbara. I have somebody 7 days a week. And she's not happy with her job. All right, so that's kind of how they're going to be used. Let's pick out something for the Jamaica page. And the lettering is kind of throwing me. I kind of think, well, I should do more fun lettering like the woman in Draw Your Day does. Let me see if I can find a page of hers. Yeah, like this, where it's just kind of whimsical and not all the lettering matches and stuff like that. There's a part of me that loves that, but then I know as soon as I start doing it, that is going to make me really uncomfortable. So I'm thinking, I don't mind changing sizes, but I think I'm going to stick with one kind of type. Yeah, see, Terry, that's what I used to do. Well, I didn't exactly do that, but like, because the kids were always there, like pick up their jackets. She shouldn't have to clean up the jackets after the kids or their shoes. But yeah, I wouldn't vacuum. Now the vacuuming was on her, but yeah, I'd pick up before she came, so it wasn't so hard on her. My husband could care less if I made scrambled egg sandwiches. See, Robert's that way too. Robert could care less what I fix. He'll eat literally anything, be thankful, and tell me it was good. Even if it's garbage, he'll say it's good. So, yeah. So, anyway. Actually, scrambled egg sounds really good. You need people. There won't be people in here. I won't be using people. I won't be adding photographs or anything like that. It's strictly going to be stories, ephemera, lettering. Well, I did the fruity drink, Jen. I found out that that's a Jamaica Me Crazy drink. I love tuna sandwiches. But I'm not going to be putting people, I kind of thought of that early on, is I'm not going to go in search of people from that country or anything. Now, national dress of the country, yes, I would absolutely. And there's certain countries that I think would be so ripe for that. Spain being one of them. I think there are, and that maybe that's what I was talking about when you think of color, Terry, is, you see the Spanish women in their national dress, and it's not uncommonly red, yellow, it's very bright colors. So yeah, I would definitely be interested in seeing that or drawing it or incorporating it, but I don't want to put people in here. I don't want faces in here. Now, maybe I would find something where I could cut the head off. Tuna melts, yum, I know, right? That makes me think of a restaurant up in Fairland. They do a grilled tuna thing that is delicious. So, but yeah, like the Draw Your Day doesn't really include people. It's more just things you encounter in, because like I'll do fruits, like the sun. I just thought of the sun when I was stamping. A library, just something. But I'm not going to write about people or, yeah, not going to do that. And I'm not sure that I'm ready to put ephemera on this yet until I get the lettering done. Like down here, I'm just going to write about observing the wedding out, you know. And this, the national flower, I'll probably put over here. And then I'm not sure what's going to end up here. Maybe just a story about a random day. Waterfalls, yes. In fact, there was some that I looked up for Guatemala, I think. And there were some beautiful waterfalls, but they weren't like huge. They were really coming down this rocky mountain where you'd go into a waterfall, a short waterfall, into like a pool, and then off of that one was another pool, and it was just really, really cool looking. So something like that, yeah, I would love to draw that and paint it, but I won't put people in it. Hi, View. Yeah, national dishes. I did look up food. That was how I found out Jamaica Me Crazy. And then when I looked up Guatemala, I've had horchata. So they give you both alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks or things to try while you're there. Yeah, I'll include all of that. But this one I just thought was a good basic page for national bird, some whimsical drink, their flag, their national flower. Some countries have a national animal. If I could find something representative of their money, I would include money. In fact, I'm going to put that on my sheet. And maybe some of this I could, if I can't draw it, I might print it off the computer. But I'm going to try to keep that very minimal, very minimal. How do I get the chat and the stream to line up? She's seeing stuff I typed 30 minutes ago. I don't know, Ruth. Look at I don't know. Yeah, I hope so, Terry. I think I'm going to have fun with it. I don't know if anybody else will. And if you don't like it, I expect you guys are going to speak up and say, you know, we've had enough of the passport journal. It's not fun anymore. And then depending, I mean, there's parts of the back of the page that I'm going to leave completely colorless. And then there'll be parts where I might just colorize the background. And for that, because I was trying different products while I was doing this initial page, for any kind of colorization of the background, I probably am going to use Neocolor 2s and spread it out with a baby wipe so that I'm not totally saturating the paper. Yeah. Yeah, you have to make sure you're on live or hit live underneath the video. But I probably will include the country's flag no matter what, even if I have to print it off on the computer. So I'll probably go through all these stickers and look up the flags and see which ones I can draw and which ones I'm going to have to print. Guatemala, I'm going to have to print it because the design in the center of it is just too intricate for me to draw. So, yeah, I think I'll... okay, see, I don't mind that being down there. All right, we'll put that on that page. What did I do with my glue sheet? So yeah, but I think I'm going to have to probably add the ephemera at the very end to make the page look balanced, or that I can add certain colors, certain location. But this I don't mind because it matches the color of the drink really nicely. I'm going to like this a lot, I think. They set you up, Ruth. Awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to be like. If you have any suggestions or ideas, you guys always have really good ideas. And I'll sit and cut these out tonight. So I've got pretty much ephemera to work with. I might have to stamp some of them again, but if I cut each one out individually, I'll have at least 40. Don't you think that I can add? I like that. So yeah, if the money is too much of a pain to draw, print it on tissue and then collage. See, that's kind of what I'm thinking is that, yeah, I mean, you can get pretty much anything on the internet. So that's probably what I'll be doing. Okay, I want to try real quick after this because I was going to use the Tomoe River paper, right? Let me get a marker. Because this one kind of smeared, and that's kind of what got me away from thinking about it. Yep. I'm moving a little bit of the black. Not a lot, but yeah, the tissue paper was, yeah, you can see the black is moving. So Tomoe River paper is great to write on, not so much for stamping, is what I would say. So I'm glad I did the tissue paper. That's going to work perfect. Thanks, Dorothy. All right. A fish. I bet they eat fish. Yeah, there will definitely be fish. Jamaica, a huge part of their economy is, other than tourism, tourism is the, I'm going to be really knowledgeable about these countries, but tourism is their number one. What they do for their economy, and fishing was right up there. Guatemala, it's coffee. They don't probably put it on the internet, but I bet drugs is a lot of it, you know. But one thing I learned reading about Guatemala, I've never had any desire to go there. But almost every major country in the world has travel advisories about the crime down there. Use marker, then stamp over the marker. Yeah, I guess you could do that, Debbie Epps. Yeah. Put the marker down first and then stamp over it. That seems like a pain in the ass to me, but the tissue paper worked awesome, you know, because it just disappears into the background, and that just tickles me to death. And it'll keep the book really thin, too. Use the speed up feature. You can just hit the live, and it will go to the end of the stream. All right, you guys, I'm going to go fix us something to eat. I'm hungry. And I'll be working on my journal and be showing it to you guys whenever. I'm excited about it, and I'm glad you guys are happy about it and want to see it on stream. Specifically for fountain pens, I know it's perfect to write on, and that may be why I ordered it, because I used to use so much fountain pens. I still do. I found a set, you guys, that I ordered ages ago, and I had put it, I hid it from myself, literally. So I have some new fountain pens. Yeah, it's going to be fun. All right, you guys, go do something you enjoy. Try and be kind. It's hard. I know. I struggle every day. But we're all God's children, so yeah, try not to hate on people. All right. Love you guys. Adios.